Hey traders, welcome. Figuring out if a pullback is the real deal is one of the most important skills you can have. But let's be real, it's also where a ton of us get completely trapped. Get it right, and you've got a fantastic trade on your hands. Get it wrong, and, well, that's a quick way to get stopped out. So today, we are going to break down a super simple framework to finally tell the difference. Okay, let's just jump right in. Take a good look at this chart. We see a really strong move up, then a bit of a pause, and what exactly is that? Is this a genuine pullback, getting ready for the next leg up? Or is it a trap waiting to snap? Honestly, answering this one question is what makes or breaks a trade. And that right there is the heart of the problem. Reading a move like this the wrong way is one of the oldest traps in the book. You think you're about to buy the dip, but what you're really doing is stepping right in front of a speeding train. So, the big question is, how do we avoid it? Okay, so before I give you the solution, we've got to really get our heads around the trap itself. Let's break down what a pullback actually is and really understand why getting it wrong can hurt your account so badly. So what are we even looking for? The easiest way to think of a pullback is like the market just taking a quick breath. The main trend is still going strong, but the price just pulls back for a second. A lot of the time this is happening because the market needs to revisit an old price level, grab some liquidity to get the fuel it needs to continue on its way. It's really just building up energy for its next big push. And this slide, right here, shows you exactly why this is so dang important. If you nail the pullback identification, you can find a really solid price zone to plan a trade. But if you get it wrong, that zone you're watching is probably worthless. Price is just going to slice right through it like butter, and boom, there goes your stop loss. The stakes are incredibly high on this one little decision.
All right, enough about the problem, let's talk about the solution. And you know what? It all comes down to one simple mechanical rule that takes all the guesswork out of the equation. Let's get into it.
So here it is, the one rule you need to remember. In an uptrend, you do not have a valid pullback until one candle breaks the low of the previous candle. And in a downtrend, it's just the opposite. A pullback is only confirmed when a candle breaks above the high of the candle that came before it. That's it. It's black and white, no gray area.
Now let's get a few things straight here, because people get tripped up on this. First off, candle color, totally irrelevant. Doesn't matter if it's red, green, or purple. Second, this works on all time frames, whether you're on the 1 minute or the weekly. The only thing that matters is that simple break of the previous candle's high or low. Nothing else.
Let's walk through an example. So look at this. We've got a bunch of bullish candles, right? Each one pushing higher. Now you might see some red candles in there and think, oh, that's a pullback. But look closer. None of them have actually broken the low of the candle that came before it. So, according to our rule, this is all just one single move up. No valid pullback here yet. But then, bam, look at that. Do you see that last candle? It finally dipped down and broke the low of the candle right before it. That is the moment a valid pullback is officially born. This is our signal. The market is now correcting, and we can start looking for our zones to get in on the action. Okay, so now you know how to spot a valid pullback. That's step one. But we're going to take it a step further, because not all pullbacks are the same. They actually have different personalities, and these give us huge clues on how we should trade them. We need to know three main types.
So we're going to break down three main models. You've got the aggressive, the corrective, and the sweeping pullback. Understanding which one you're looking at is a total game changer.
First up, let's talk about the aggressive one. And trust me, you'll know it when you see it. This thing comes screaming back at your zone. It's a fast, sharp move with big, powerful candles that show it has a ton of momentum. So what do you do when you see this? Here's the key. You probably do nothing. When price returns to your zone with that much force, it's like a giant red flag saying, hey, I'm probably going to smash right through this level. The momentum is just too strong, making it a really low probability trade. The smartest move here is to just sit on your hands. Okay, now for model number 2. This is the one we love to see. I call it the corrective pullback. Think of it as the friendly cousin of the aggressive one. This is a nice, slow, lazy drift back down to our zone. You'll see lots of small candles, overlapping price action. It just looks like it's running out of steam. When you see this, this is your green light. This is where you can start thinking about an entry. You could set a limit order and just wait for price to hit it. Or if you want to be a bit safer, you can zoom into a lower time frame and wait for a clear signal that the tide is turning back in your favor. This is a high probability setup.
And finally, we've got the third model, the sweeping pullback.
Now this one's a little more clever, a little more sneaky. It's a two-part move. First, as price gets close to your zone, it'll form something obvious, like a clear double bottom right above your level. What the market is doing here is setting a trap. It's bait.
And then comes the sweep. Price just dips its toe right below those lows, just enough to grab all the stop-loss orders sitting there, and then boom, it rips back in the other direction right from your zone.
Now, here's the thing. When you see that sweep, your first instinct might be to panic. Don't. That sweep is the ultimate confirmation. The fact that the market grabbed that liquidity and then reversed from your zone tells you that the big players are likely involved. This is an A-plus setup.
Okay, so we've got the one simple rule down, and we've broken down the 3 different personalities of pullbacks. Now, let's tie it all together into a game plan you can actually use. Think of this as your pullback cheat sheet. It really is this simple. If it's aggressive, coming in hot and fast, you avoid it or wait. If it's corrective, nice and slow, that's when you plan your entry. And if it's sweeping, where it builds liquidity and then takes it, you use that sweep as a powerful confirmation to get in.
But hold on. Before you go and risk a single dollar with this, there is one absolutely crucial step you cannot skip. You have to backtest this. The source material says at least 100 times. This isn't just about proving the strategy works. It's about burning these patterns into your brain so you can spot them instantly without even thinking about it. All right, so let's wrap this up. What are the big takeaways here? First, a valid pullback has a simple mechanical definition. No feelings, just rules. Second, the personality of the pullback tells you exactly what to do. And third, if you use this framework, you'll start avoiding those classic traps and focusing only on the best setups. And that's pretty much it for this breakdown. So I'll leave you with a challenge. Seriously, as soon as this is over, go pull up your charts. Look at the live market. Based on everything we just talked about, what kind of pullback, if any, are you seeing right now? Because actually applying this stuff is how you really master it.